Okay, so it's vlog o'clock, and I'm going to be talking about Buddhi. So Buddhi is something that I had done in my Ayurveda A to Z videos. B is for Buddhi, not Buddhi, but Buddhi is our divine mind. It's our intellect. It is what is connecting, our human body and experience to a greater experience. It's the ability to form memories. It's the ability to recount things. It's the ability to receive, the cosmic downloads from whoever's sending us these nice downloads, and to be able to distinguish right from wrong. So Buddhi is something that this sort of intellect is, I realized as I was reading it and researching it that in my life I've definitely lacked this concept. 5 years ago, I had a psychotic break. I was in a psychosis for about, I'd say, 4 months. Undiagnosed psychosis for about 3 months, which is really interesting. And then institutionalized for 3 months, where I was given every pill that they possibly could give me. I lost my self-identity. I lost my ability to form short-term memories, long-term memories. Couldn't think straight, difficulty walking sometimes. I was a vegetable. So 5 years ago, I was a complete vegetable. Not articulate, couldn't look people in the eye. The only thing that I was just basically a miserable, wretched human who was just full of anger, self-pity, and fear and loathing while I was hospitalized. So that was 5 years ago. And so subsequently in the time since then, it was relearning how to use my mind, how to use my memory, to form short-term memories, how to speak with people, how to, for me, understanding emotions and even actually having emotions. For example, gratitude is an emotion that I had not felt until maybe a few years ago in my life. Being able to, feel fear or more sort of the low spectrum emotions, and to just sort of feel them but not become them. This is also a relatively new concept for me. So, and it's been good. I will say that I'm basically not on any medications anymore. I'm on lithium, which I don't really mind taking because, it comes from the earth. And but I will say that incidentally, as I went from being on 10 pills a day to being on nothing, my intellect has returned, my ability to form memories has returned, my sense of identity has returned. So as I got off of the psychological pharmacopoeia of the whole battery of pills, my life actually got better. That's something that I'll talk about more later. Anyhow, so Buddhi. When I was researching Buddhi, I realized that my intellect had been lacking in terms of, this summer was a great summer, but I made a lot of foolish errors. In particular, making the same error of overcommitting myself, not really thinking something through, perhaps letting somebody down or letting myself down, or not really doing a great job of something. And this would happen, and I didn't know why I kept doing it, and I was completely flummoxed. Flummoxed is a word. Why is this happening? Why do I keep doing this? And when I realized, when I was researching Buddhi, is that there is sort of a recipe that you can follow, this a bit of a recipe to increase your intellect, and that's, for me, it's stomach, and it's stomach and sleep, I think, and physical exercise. So let's start with. I started using a personal trainer, and it's sort of it's a bodybuilding routine. And so I was needing to eat a lot more calories and protein in order to allow my body to fuel for all of this work. And there was a lot of trial and error with eating a ton of lentils and beans and rice and this thing and that thing. And I basically have sort of got down to my perfect formula, which actually is it is basically a kappa formula. I eat a lot of quinoa, which is drying, and it's a touch bitter. And I eat a ton of vegetables and some fruit and seafood. So I eat a lot of fish, and fish seems to be protein that my body likes. since I've been eating this way for a couple of weeks, like pretty strictly, not strictly, I'm grateful that I can eat this way, but eating this way in particular, my stomach, my agni has been responding, and I find that like I don't feel the need to snack on anything, or I'm not deviating much from my diet, and then I get to the point where I'm really, in the morning I wake up, I'm like really hungry, and then I have my quinoa and eggs, and then I feel great, and then I go like 6-7 hours, and I have like a large meal, and then I'm good. And so having that agni just being I feel like it's not raging yet, but I feel like my stomach is definitely like happier with me, and that has been resulting in like way better sleep. So not eating like after like 6, and then my bedtime is 8:30, 9:30. So there's that bit of fasting that's happening, and there's no digesting happening, and I'm sleeping a lot better. And so the one thing that I really realized, which pushed me into another like category of better sleep, I use Whoop. This episode is brought to you by Whoop. No, it's not, but maybe it will be at some point. Anyhow, so Whoop actually, one thing that it does is it allows you to see your deep sleep and your REM sleep. Now, REM is when we are like, I don't really know if this is actually what it is, but REM is when our brain is sort of like defragmenting and going through all of our memories of the day or of our life or whatever, figuring out like what is important, what is not important, consolidating things, consolidating lessons perhaps. And REM sleep is very important. So all of my REM sleep, for whatever reason, happens between 5 a.m. and 6 a.m. or like 90% of my REM sleep happens at that time, which I had noticed because of the Whoop. For some time, I had been waking up at 5 a.m., like going to bed at 8 p.m. and waking up at 5. So I'm still getting the 8 hours of sleep, but I wasn't getting the full dose of REM. One morning I decided, I woke up at 5, I felt I'm not quite rested yet. I'm gonna sleep a little bit more so I have, better mindset today. And I had this huge burst of REM between 5 and 6. Really fun dreams as well, incidentally, not that that matters, and I noticed immediately that having that extra REM sleep that day really improved my like problem solving skills, improved my confidence. And then so yeah, I've been waking up now at 6 or 6:15 for like the last week, and it has been a game changer. So now is using the Whoop band and timing your wake up to your REM sleep and Ayurvedic practice? Yes, it is, because it is me being self-aware of myself. I'm utilizing all of the tools that are around me, and I'm improving my life. So I will say, since I've switched my diet and switched my sleep, I feel my overall performance in life has been better. My ability to make decisions in the moment has been better. The times when I have done something that I felt was foolish or made an error, I haven't sat with it too long. What I've actually been doing is just sort of like excusing myself, and just doing pranayama. I don't know all this stuff yet. Anyhow, and just doing that, and then resetting my head, and then instead of like spinning out of control, like, okay, we got to do a reset here, a little reset. And the other sort of perspective shift that is happening is I'm really thinking a lot about like my energy. Like, for example, right now I'm in my weekend. I have a lot of free time. In the past, I would have crammed as much as is humanly possible into the weekend and done every single thing. But this weekend, I'm gonna be productive for sure. My weekend is Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Friday, Saturday, producing videos, cleaning my room, doing my laundry, doing all that stuff, seeing a couple of people or whatever, doing all that stuff. But I'm gonna make sure that I'm not rushed at all. And then on Sunday, which is like my last day before I go back to work, I have like one meeting commitment in the morning, and then the rest of the day I'm not making any plans other than reading some books, cleaning up the park, checking out the garden, and just so that when I really get as much rest in and get an early night's sleep, so that when I start, my work week, I'm going in like really rested. And that'll be different because like every other weekend before this, I would just go pedal to the metal the whole time, and then start my work week like a little bit tired. So yeah, this is sort of like what I have been like thinking about putting in action. I will say, like, yeah, in terms of like in terms of myself and these vlogs, I'm just going to be like super open about mental illness, being institutionalized, which is something that I don't talk about a lot. It's not really something that people talk about a lot, I don't think. Being, pharmacopoeized, and sort of the path to recovery. I really think that Ayurveda seems to be, it's difficult because it's full of all these Vedic words and these concepts which are, on the one hand, like really simple, but on the other hand, difficult. And my hope is that like this project is going to be me, like, as somebody has this like really traumatic like mental health, interruption in life, this like pause or whatever, and then like literally rebuilding my mind with the help of dozens and dozens and hundreds of people who've helped me rebuild my mind, by the way, not just myself. But to basically be open about it, share the story, and maybe, when I was messed up, when I was like using drugs and I was isolating, I would like watch all these like spiritual videos on YouTube or whatever, and I'm like totally high out of my mind on like amphetamines or fentanyl or something, and I'm like watching these videos about meditation, which is kind of ridiculous, but anyhow, so I just want to like I just want like my voice to be good. I want the things that I say to be good. I hope that perhaps, I know because there's lots of people who are suffering like me, and hopefully, I'm just going to be a positive voice in this internet, in this metaverse of information. So, okay, so that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching my vlog, if you watched the whole thing. Other than that, I had a great time making it, and hope you have a good day.